Hi again, everybody. John Boutte, Buffalo Sports Museum, with another episode of In the Vault. And we go back down to the vault. Today we're going to talk about a very popular item in collecting. And I know a lot of people that love talking about these things. And we thought we'd talk about some pennants today. Flags, banners, all those great things that you used to buy when you'd go to the game back in the day, whether it was the 1940s or 50s or 60s, and even in the 70s and 80s, they sold these things called pennants. And you'd get one at the game. Usually you had a stick in it to hold it up above your head. You'd wave it above your head and show your fandom for your team. And you'd bring it home, and most usually you'd take a hammer and nail and hang it on your wall. And it would be put up for years to come until it got dusty and musty and old and ripped and torn, and then Mom would throw it out. But one of my favorite things to collect are pennants. And I'm just going to show you a few of my favorite pennants in my collection. And we'll go by pretty quick because I have hundreds of pennants in our vault celebrating Buffalo sports past. From this one here dates back to the 1940s for the All-American Conference Bills. And I apologize, these are all in top loaders, so they get a little glary with the lights above. But I'll just quickly flash by some of these for you. This one also is an All-American Conference pennant. This was from 1946 when the team, the Bisons, they were known as the Bisons, turned into the Bills the next year. And into the All-American, from the All-American Conference all the way to the American Football League, Buffalo Bills. I love the AFL pennants. The AFL pennants were so beautiful, so bright and vibrant, such great colors. But like I said, I'm going to scoot through these pretty quick because there's so many of them. That's a tough one to find. Their 1980 Eastern Division Conference banner. And then you get into the Sabres. This is a first-year Sabre pennant. Playoff pennants, 73 playoffs. Hockey night pennant, Hockey night in Canada pennant. Sabres Soviet Wings, famous game from 76. There's another beauty from the first season, the glitter pennant. Excuse me, that's not first season, it's a little bit later, but the glitter pennant is very, very hard to find. And the All-Star game here in Buffalo, French Connection pennant. And we get into the Braves. The Braves had so many nice pennants in their years. Their colors were beautiful. In the first year, the colors were royal blue, yellow, and red. That's just a gorgeous pennant. Wonder why they didn't stick with that logo. Just a beautiful logo. And then they went to the Indian Feather B. That's a 74-75 playoff pennant. Very, very hard to find. 76 playoffs. Another glitter pennant. Mid-70s glitter pennant from the Braves. That's a tough one to find. I said the Braves had so many different pennants. For only being in existence for 8 years, they really had a lot. Stallions, everybody remembers the Stallions. Buffalo's got the spirit, talking proud. Buffalo Breskies. Buffalo Bison Baseball. That was a War Memorial Stadium Bison Baseball pennant from their time there in the 60s. And then a first-year pennant from the 79 Bison team. This is before they even knew that they were going to use the name Bisons again. They just called it the Buffalo Baseball Team. Until they decided, well, we'll go back with history and do that. We'll call them the Bisons. But I'll just flash through a little quick here just so you can see some of the other pennants that are on display. Offerman Stadium, these are great. These came in all different colors. Red, blue, green, black. Many different colors. And then more Braves. And then the Royals. The Buffalo Royals, Buffalo Toronto Royals tennis team. Had 2 different pennants. More sabers, another 12-6 Soviet pennant, different style. More All-American Conference pennants. That's when they used the Buffalo Bill Cody logo, Buffalo Norsemen, Buffalo Blazers. All different styles. All-Star Game pennants. More Braves. More Bills. St. Joe's Marauders. Go Marauders. And then over here we get some more pennants. More Bison baseball pennants. That one's from the rock pile. Go up the stairs, see a few up here. There's the other Royals pennant right there. That's a really, really hard one to find. More Breskys, more Braves. Gilbert Perreault 500. Buffalo Sports Town. Buffalo Fan Magazine pennant. That's a hard one to find. That's really tough to find. That was only through mail order, through Buffalo Fan Magazine. That's a really hard one to find. It's more Buffalo pennants. More Bison baseball. And we come back over here. Here's a great one too, Buffalo Bison hockey. Very tough to find. Those came in different colors also, several different colors. Cool about this pennant, this was never made available here in Buffalo. You could only get this attending hockey games at the Hershey Arena in Hershey, Pennsylvania. In the American Hockey League, they made all the different team pennants. For some reason, they were only sold in one arena. Don't ask me why. Cincinnati Swords pennants, Sabres minor league affiliate. So anyway, hope you like a look at the pennants. Like I said, the history of pennants dates back all the way back to the early 1900s. It was one of the first things you could actually buy souvenir-wise to support your team, which is kind of cool. And back then, pennants were made of really thin felt, so they didn't like stand out when you held it. It would kind of droop down. And that's why you would have it on a stick, on a wooden stick, and you'd shake it above your head. It's kind of cool. But pennant collecting has really taken off in the last 10 to 15 years. They were never a serious collectible up until probably about 15 or 20 years ago when they started to take off. But finding those old pennants in really nice shape, unfaded, because, you know, when we put them up in our bedrooms, they would sit in sunlight all day when you were at school, and they would fade pretty bad, and the tack holes would get rusty, and they fell apart if you didn't take care of them. So I tell everybody, when you collect pennants, make sure you get the pennant sleeves, whether they're the soft plastic ones or the more expensive top loader ones, which have shot up in price, by the way, along as everything else. But I hope you like to look back at pennant collecting. One of my favorite things to collect. I just love them. They're fantastic. Whether they're the little mini ones like these old ones here, the hockey ones, or even the NBA ones too. We all had these as kids in our rooms, draping on the ceiling and hanging down. And again, you could buy these relatively cheap, whether they were at the odd or mail away. There's always those mail aways in sport magazines and things. So hope you like to look back at pennants. I love them. And I know a lot of you out there have asked to see pennants throughout the years. So thanks again for tuning in. We've got more episodes coming up. We really enjoy hearing people send me messages. Thank you. I mean, I get so many messages saying, thank you so much for doing this. And I am happy to do it because I just love it. But anyway, keep the messages coming. Keep the requests coming. We'll see you next time in the vault. Buffalo.